Hey guys, Pastor Sean coming to you with today's daily devotion. Jesus said, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Pray that the Father sends more workers into the field." I love that passage. Jesus talking, sowing and reaping. Jesus talking about salvation and harvesting the world of sinners. I love that whole passage. It reminds me of when I was young. When I was a child, my grandparents, my mom's mom and dad, had a huge garden, a tremendous garden back behind the house. We had to go down by the barn and the pigs, and then you went up into this opening, and there was this huge garden, and it went on for acres. It was just tremendous. And they grew everything. They grew corn and okra and beans, and they grew melons and all this different stuff in this garden. And it was just an amazing garden. And when harvest time came around, everybody came. Everybody in the family came to their house to harvest. And we would go and we would pluck corn and get beans, break beans off, and pick the tomatoes and everything, because we were all eating from that harvest. And my grandmother would can everything, she'd put it in the jars and put the lids on it and seal it up, and all that was in under the cabinetry in the basement, and we'd have food for months because we all worked in the harvest and we prepared for winter. So two things I want to talk to you about today. We need workers in the harvest. I said this Sunday at church. Paul says, "I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase." And I talked about how it takes every one of us working together to grow the kingdom of God. This reference that Jesus makes about the fields are white unto harvest and the workers are few, he's talking about working together. Christ has already done his work on the cross. His redemptive work is complete. Salvation is the plan that we all come through. But you and I have to do the legwork now. You and I have to do the going into the highways and hedges and compelling them to come. You and I have to go out and find people to bring them to the table so that the house can be full. There's so much work to do, and we all have to do it together. It's a matter of us all working together to further the kingdom of heaven. The second thing that I want to talk about is preparing for winter. There are going to be times where we need to lay up treasures, not only in heaven, but lay up treasures now. Lay up mercy now. Lay up faith now. Lay up love now, because there will come a time when our seasons change. We talked about this a few weeks ago. When our seasons change, and we'll need those reserves. There have been times in my life where I had to dig down deep and find the faith to continue on. When our daughter died in 1995, we had to dig down deep and find ourselves and find some strength that we didn't know, Stephanie and I didn't know we had. When we've had children who were sick, or when we've had situations that were bad, or we've had people who didn't like us, or whatever the reason may be, we had to dig down deep within ourselves and find the love and the joy and the peace that only comes from laying up treasures and preparing for hard times. There are references in the Bible again and again and again about those who prepare for season changing, preparing for winter, preparing for fall, preparing for harvest, preparing for the spring when new life and new seeds are planted. Everything is working toward that harvest of souls Jesus is talking about right here. So let's put our hands to the plow. Let's get together and work together to further the kingdom of God. I love you. I'm praying for you. Hope you have an amazing week. It is starting to warm up, so still bundle up, but have a great week. I will see you again tomorrow. God bless you as always, is my prayer.